Okay, let's talk about what is remote access services. In this picture, when you see a lady, she wants to access office computer remotely while she's at home and sometimes will mostly prefer to stay at home and use office computer at home. This is called a remote access. Means they were able to access their office computer remotely while they are at home. Sometime when I feel tired, I sometimes prefer to access my computer or my office computer remotely from home. That is the basic stuff about remote access services. Let's talk about what else is here. Remote access services including any combination of hardware or software that allows a user to remotely access another devices on the network. Let's talk about what is AAA: authentication, authorization, accounting. Guys, I need your attention in here because it is very important, it's very essential. You may encounter two, probably three of question about this topic. That is why you need to put your all attention in this subject. Probably all subject, but in this subject mostly because it's very important if you have a plan on the future to move to the security portion. For example, if you want to be a network security engineer or cyber security engineer, you probably need to know these foundation as well: authentication, authorization, and accounting. Like AAA services allow all administrator to create and manage one repository for all user credential. Guys, I need your attention. Let me explain it with a simple way in this picture. When you type your username, that is authentication. So what is authentication in here? User must prove that they are who they say they are. This is a part of your identity. What's your name? First initial, last name, your first name or last name is your username. This is called authentication. To make sure, for example, you are John and you should be John to type your name in here. The authorization. Authorization is now in here. What is authorization? Authorization services determine which resources the user can access and which operation the user is allowed to perform. So when you type your username and password, since your username and password is connected to either with the TikTok server or radio server, with the TikTok server and with the radio server, we have already specified your authorization. When you log into your username and password, for example, if we give you read-only permission, you cannot do anything except read-only permission. So what is read-only permission? As a kind of authorization. Now, probably you would say, what is accounting? Whatever you do inside the network devices, for example, I gave you an access to, for example, to capture the all logs inside our network devices. You log into one of this network switch and check the log, copy the logs and save it into some places where you're supposed to save the logs. But as admin, when I log into console, for example, when I log into radio server, I can easily find out which time you log into, which time to log in the switch and what you did inside the switch. That is called accounting.